So I will just cover, from high school level onwards. I will try my best to, present in that way. So in my lecture, I will be covering India's space science journey. So already Dr. Das has covered a lot of portion on that, but I won't touch upon those areas. And the space science domains and community, and major space science research institutes in the country, then major components of space research, then engagements and opportunities. Of course, that contains training component, education, and research. Then ISRO's interface with academia, then the all platforms which is available to students community, that is through workshops, symposia, and conferences. So coming to our space science journey, which started in 1940s, now with our balloon launches. As you know, in TIFR, they have a balloon facility at Hyderabad. So they are having the present balloon, whatever they have developed, it can go even up to 48 kilometers altitude. But in the 1940s, it is not technologically, it has not gone to that level, maybe of some 20 kilometers or so at that time. So it has really helped to make many experiments on cosmic rays during that time frame. Thereafter, in 1960s, as you know, in Tumba, there is a Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. Presently, it is a UN facility. So there we are sending sounding rockets. That is, various ranges are there, Rohini kind of rockets. So in 1960s, we started that facility. So which can go even up to 80 kilometer or even higher altitudes. Maybe a certain variety can go up to 300 kilometer itself. So that has really helped to conduct many experiments to study the upper atmosphere of Earth. Then in 1969, our ISRO has formed. Then thereafter, some piggyback experiments. Sending the main satellites, we will be having small science experiments. That is what is called piggyback. So that has been conducted during that time frame. But in the year of 2008, as you know, Chandrayaan-1, that really made all Indians very proud to reach on the moon orbit for the first time by India. And also, we had very good discovery also, as Dr. Das was mentioning today, that water molecule detection. Okay, thereafter we have many other satellites. Then I am not covering everything. But in 2013, our first interplanetary mission, Mars Orbiter mission, which is succeeded. Okay, so our journey started from 2008 onwards on the space exploration in science-wise, independent missions. Then in 2015, AstroSat, our multi-wavelength space-based observatory to study astronomical objects. Then again in 2019, Chandrayaan-2, followed by Chandrayaan-3. In 2023, we could successfully land on moon surface. Then Aditya L1, our space-based solar observatory. Again, XPOSat, X-ray polarization satellite. Then we are not stopping here. Again, the government has approved many more missions. Like, you would have heard in the news itself, Chandrayaan-4, Chandrayaan-5. Then, of course, we are going to next planet, that is Mercury, is our orbiter mission. All are in the pipeline. So all this indicates that space program in our country is expanding. We are going beyond each planet, not in inner planets. In future, we will go even beyond that also. So coming to the verticals, you may be wondering, space science, what are all the main verticals? So as you know, astronomy and astrophysics, you may all very much familiar on that. Of course, today one mission is there for exoplanet, it was mentioned. So heliophysics, that is, of course, the solar system, sun, all these things, it's effect, solar effect, all these things will be covered under this space weather. Then near Earth space, then aeronomy, then solar system exploration, or our missions to Mars, all these are covered under solar system exploration. Then, as you know, biology was never come to in the forefront of our missions. But the scenario has been changed now. Why? Because Gaganyaan mission, since we are planning to, take crews to our low Earth orbit. That is a microgravity condition exists there. So many such kinds of experiments to be done, especially in material science or even biological related experiments to be conducted in microgravity environment. So in that connection, there is a huge scope for biology and related areas. That is an emerging area now. Now, where is our position now in this space infrastructure? As we know, the only very few limited countries in our world is fully capable in the space infrastructure is concerned. One is, of course, space transportation. There should be some launch vehicle to carry our satellite, isn't it? So that capability we should have, okay, that we have attained. Then, of course, space segments, that is all spacecraft comes under that. That is satellites, lander or rover, whatever it is, all are coming under that sector. Then ground segment. Of course, we should have a ground station to receive signal or sending the signals for that. Okay, and also data reception. That is also more important. We should get science data. And of course, that satellite-related health condition we should know. For that, we have the data reception centers. So in that case, end-to-end capability we have attained. That is the beauty of our program. So how we could attain all these things? With the support of all experts in this area. And the younger generation like you will be the leaders for future programs to take it forward with the growing technologies that would really help us to develop more capable launch vehicles, mass lift off vehicles. So in other areas also, we have proven our capabilities, especially in the application areas like communication, observation, earth observation, satellite navigation, then of course space science and exploration. Then what is our potential really? Our community potential. See, ISRO can contribute a little bit. Of course, we are developing technologies, our scientists are also there. But each mission, each science mission itself is generating a lot of data. But what we are finding it, the data to be processed in a shortest time and publish the results. That is a great challenge. For that, what we need? Scientific community across our country. So academia can contribute a lot towards that. So national institutes, as we know, that I will be covering, which are all the institutes, they are playing major roles in addition to ISRO DOS centers. Of course, academicians, they are playing a major role. Then undergraduate, PhD and postdoctoral students, since at that stage, you will be more focused, which area you want to select, what you have to contribute. All this clarity will be there at that point of time. Then, of course, now, as you know, Dr. Das was telling, now private sector is also playing a major role in our space program. So, of course, all private institutes as well contributing. So, today, in the coordinator interaction session, most of them have some kinds of query related to computer science students, how they can connect to our space program. This is one of the concerns. So I just want to address that aspect here. See, all in our space sector is concerned. Of course, domain knowledge is involved, analytic techniques are involved, then modeling and simulation studies. There really our computer science people can contribute a lot. Lot of data has been generated. But of course, we can't, for example, in our Chandrayaan 2 missions, we have a high resolution, camera is there, but which cannot operate and get the full view of moon, each and every sector. But in few sectors, we will be getting high resolution image of about 20 centimeter. But there are certain areas which we could not due to various limitations. But if we can have some kind of activity so that we have at one region, we have a high resolution data, why can't we extend that study with some kind of simulation and a modeling study so that we can cover the whole entire moon itself. So in some hackathon, these kinds of problems were given. So they have done a fantastic job. So these kinds of studies are needed in our future missions as well. Then, of course, hardware development. All engineering students and technology-related background, they can contribute to that. Then, of course, the students' workforce, that is also equally important. They have to help the supervising grade or the academician to take the things forward with your support and knowledge. Then, of course, you may be wondering, only ISRO is involved in space sector? No. Others are also equally contributing. So here I am addressing most of them are in our government sector. So various ministries, in addition to Department of Space, you can see here. Yeah, this is Department of Space, where ISRO is part of that. In addition to that, there are some autonomous institutes like Physical Research Laboratory, National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. Then under ISRO itself, Space Physics Laboratory in DSSC in Tirunelveli. Then Space Astronomy Group at IIRS Satellite Center in Bangalore. Then Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. Then Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, where we are here. Okay, they are all contributing to our space program on various levels. Then in addition to that, we have Ministry of Science and Technology. Under that, CSIR, then coming to this National Geophysical Research Institute. They are also contributing to certain extent. And also under DST, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, then Raman Research Institute, then Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences, then Indian Institute of Geomagnetism. They are all contributing. Okay, so this opportunity for students are not only in ISRO, in all these institutes, it is there. So I may touch upon maybe in my next slides more details. Then coming under Department of Atomic Energy, we have Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Under that, National Center for Radio Astrophysics is there. So astrophysics, there. Then RIC UT, that is also coming under them. Then another educational institute under Department of Atomic Energy. Okay, that is National Institute of Science Education Research. Okay, that is in Bhubaneswar. So these are all the institutes. They are also promoting space science. Then, of course, the other institutes like IITs, IUCA. IUCA, you know, na? Indian University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics at Pune. Then Indian Institute of Science. Then various IITs across our country. Then ISRS. Then, of course, many universities and colleges, including private universities, they are also contributing equally. So I am showing this one because you should know which are all the institutes involved in this space sector. How in which are all area they are contributing, that I will touch upon in coming slides. Then in ISRO, major centers, if we are considering about 14 major centers are there. You can see, and our units and laboratories are also there. So across our country, you can see on various parts of regions, we can see our ISRO centers are spread. Okay, I'm not going much detail to that, since the time is also a constraint to me. Okay, so how we are collaborating with all these institutes? Okay, ISRO having these 14 centers and other autonomous bodies are there. So they are having many projects. They are associating with academia. Okay, various schemes and cells are there. Through those windows, we can collaborate with academia. So once we are collaborating with academia, their students are also attached to that on various levels. So finally, the space and exploration, we are meeting all the challenges, technical challenges and science with the help of academia, as well as industry also contributing equally now. So, is it only space science means it is contributing only to space science? Do you think like that? No. Just many other benefits are there. So, of course, you are all very proud when we landed on moon, isn't it? Each and every Indian is so proud. And also when we reached to Mars orbit in our first attempt. Okay. So, that is the beauty and glory of each space science missions. Then, of course, as you know, We have collaboration with other space agencies like NASA, ISRO, isn't it? So sometimes they approach our ISRO to have some collaboration. You think, always you may be thinking that NASA is some level up compared to ISRO, isn't it? Why they should approach us? If they are approaching us, there should be a reason, isn't it? We have some strength. So strength always respects strength. For example, we have a combined mission, you would have heard, nicer. Okay. So like that, various such schemes are there and the missions, future missions are there. So all these things leads to some kind of capacity building and also national skill development, then a lot of job opportunities, not within our ISRO, but outside also. Then all these things also brings out some societal benefits indirectly. So, for example, in medical sector itself, many such kind of whatever technology we developed in space sector has some applications. Okay, I am not going into those details. Then, of course, many significant significant part is that we are getting space and space economy wise, we are getting a lot of foreign investment. Okay, so we are launching other satellites from other countries. So maybe a launch service or maybe a satellite or maybe a payload. So all these things also add to our economy. So now the students, especially high school students, they may be thinking how I can be part of space program. What is the pathway for that? So today somebody was also asking me, then I told, okay, I will just touch upon my presentation on those aspects. So of course, no doubt, after our secondary, we have to go for higher secondary. Okay, so it should be physical sciences, physics, chemistry, maths. Now even biology is also equally acceptable. After that, of course, what is that undergraduation? It can be BSc or BCA or BTech or BE. So in that case, in this undergraduation, the usual stream as we know what we are following is physics, chemistry, maths, computer science, electronics, biology, and allied subjects. So I can't list out all those things. Okay, these are the main things. As far as BTech is concerned, the aeronautical, aerospace, avionics, computer science, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, then civil engineering, chemical engineering, then engineering physics, instrumentation, bioinformatics, biotech, microbiology, like that it continues. Many allied. Okay. So this is at the level of undergraduation. Then coming to post-graduation, that is MSc program, or it can be MC or MTech or ME. What are the courses? Whatever courses I told in the bachelor's degree, the same thing in the next level of master's degree, plus some specified areas like meteorology, atmospheric science, space physics, radio physics and communication, astronomy, applied mathematics, geophysics, geoinformatics, and other related areas. They even artificial intelligence and machine learning, all these kinds of stuff. And also now this new education policy also helps you to choose some credits, whatever your background is there. So a lot of freedom is there for you to select. So are we stopping at that level? No. We can even continue our studies even beyond our post-graduation. Just like you can direct towards a specific problem by having research in that area. Finally, you will be getting a PhD also, isn't it? So even after PhD also, still it is open for research. You can't stop research at that level, isn't it? Research is always continuing. So postdoctoral fellowship also will be given. So it's a process like that. So then finally, these PhD students, how you will be absorbed in some of the space institutes, for example, in ISRO. As far as ISRO is concerned, BTech students, or bachelor's degree, what I'm telling. So most of the BTech students, there is a scheme. Since there is a centralized recruitment system is there in ISRO, so they will conduct some, based on your online application, they will process it, and with a cutoff, maybe a merit, your marks, then you will have to appear for a written test. Based on that performance, they will shortlist it, then you will be called for interview. Then all together, they will, final list will be prepared. Based on that, the selection will be done. This is the usual procedure. Okay. But in the case of science, at least they should have a master's degree to be entered into our research system as a scientist. What I'm telling is as a scientist or engineer. Okay. So in science background, at that stage, the same system has to be followed. A written test, then an interview. Once you come to the next level of PhD, there is some live registries there in ISRO. You can directly register there, those who are having a PhD degrees. Okay. So whenever a vacancy arises, you will be called. It will be openly notified also. So at that time also you can apply. Sometimes if the number of candidates in the specific area is less, they may be directly called for interview in that case. Okay, if more candidates are there, means sometimes they will have to appear for some written test also as well. So this is the general nature. So I think that the same system is followed in other institutes as well. So what are the major components in space research? Of course, all these space science missions, they are bringing a lot of observational data, isn't it? So it can be space-based from satellites, or we know that many ground-based observatories are there, especially astronomy-related, and as well as even atmospheric science also. Many kind of radars and other things are there. So they are all bringing some kind of data. In addition to that, we are getting some samples. As we know, in planetary exploration missions, some missions are bringing some samples, isn't it? And also we are getting meteor samples as well. So these are all some kinds of observational data. We can do it on ground once we get a sample. Then finally we will have to do some kind of calibration studies or modeling studies, isn't it? So for that it should be some physics-based kind of modeling or big data analytics-based. Then going next level is of course simulation. We have to prove whatever model we are getting updated and we are executing that one. So some kind of computer simulation, laboratory simulation, they are all involved. So this is actually the process which makes our space research as multidisciplinary. So now I just want to touch upon the training, education, and research aspects. So see, ISRO supports students' community by providing some kind of apprenticeship. So it will be at a BTech level or BSc, and even sometimes even diploma level also will be supported. So this is based on some notification. For that, here what I have taken is from BSSC notification about a year back. So here you can see that now what is the qualification required for that. You should not less than 65% or that 6.8 for CGPA. For others means any BSc or others, you should be not less than 60%. And this training duration is about a year. And a stipend of 9,000 per month is given. And the age limit is there. Then it is sometimes it will be on a walk-in interview. So of course there is a system of you have to register in MOE website so that you will get some registration details and other things. Then selection will be sometimes it will be based on the highest marks in the relevant examination, or if needed, then they conduct some interview also. Some screening process is involved. But only thing that they will be giving preference to the local in that region who are all the applicants. For example, in BSSC means maybe Tamil Nadu, Kerala, that side. If Bangalore means Karnataka and other areas. Like that, wherever ISRO centers are involved, in that area. For example, in Ahmedabad means in that area, those applicants will be given preference. Then accommodation you will have to make own arrangements. Since that may be one of the reasons that it should be a local, so that they can daily they can commute. So okay. So now coming to the student project trainees, eligibility conditions for engineering students, you can see that they should have completed 6th semester. Minimum duration is 45 days. Same way BSc diploma students, they should be final year students, minimum 45 days duration. In the case of ME, MTech students and MSc students, the duration is about 120 days. Okay. But only thing when that semester and other things is mentioned here, in the case of ME and MTech, they should have completed first semester. In the case of MSc, also they should have finished it first semester, completed. And PhD, the scholars should have completed their course, that is minimum 1 year. So for them, it is minimum 30 days duration. So this is how the system is working. If there is no stipend, nothing is involved. Then student internship program. I think most of the students, today's discussion also, this point has been pointed out. Of course, in ISRO, almost in all centers, this opportunity is there, internship opportunity. So, of course, your young talent, we want to utilize in our future programs and existing programs. So, okay, the conditions you can see eligibility. Of course, should be a citizen of India. You should be pursuing UG, PG or PhD from a recognized university, just completed UG, PG from a recognized university. Okay, within 6 months, that is only condition. Then enrolled for a regular on-campus program in a recognized university or institution, and possessing some aggregate of minimum of 60% or 6.3 to CGPA of a scale maybe of 10. The duration is 45 days. Okay, so about 1.5 months. Only thing, today Dr. Harish was telling, you should have some connection with some of the center, what kind of activities going on there, isn't it? So some kind of understanding you should have. Then you should have, maybe a mentor there is good. If you can meet, all these kinds of assembly will help you to at least connect with some of the scientists. What is the kind of activities going on there? Okay. So this is how you are being connected to that center and their center activities. So that will really helpful for you to your future engagements with our centers. And also, I was telling that we have many missions. One such mission is our space-based multi-wavelength observatory, that is AstroSat. So, with the aim of our academia collaboration, we need academia collaboration. So, in that respect, we have established one science support cell in Indo-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics at Pune. What they are doing, since, as you know, planetary exploration mission, already all scientific payloads are there, they are taking observations. Okay. So that target is fixed. If it is a Mars mission, Mars is the target. But in the case of astronomy, the targets will vary, isn't it? Various targets, celestial bodies are there. So perhaps you may be interested in one target, another scientist may be interested in another target. So everybody cannot be satisfied simultaneously. So the target will be varying. So based on that proposal, what is your interest? So whenever an opportunity comes to that see that target, then that will be processed and you will be part of that observation. But before that, you should know how to submit the proposal. Once you get the data, how to analyze the data. All these things, some kind of support is needed. So this kind of support cell will help you. They will extend the training, they will conduct workshop, all these things. So they are acting just like our community service, scientific community service. I will tell in that way. Okay, so I am not going much detail. Why I am telling all these things that they are conducting some kind of workshops and training programs. You may just visit this website, AstroSat Science Support Cell. Okay, it is not, it is nothing but astrosat-ssm.iuka.in. That is the website. So you can simply in the Google AstroSat Science Support Cell. You will be coming to know, especially undergraduate and postgraduate students. I don't think that they are now taking any programs which is for high school students. Am I right? Right. Okay. So in the same way, the other mission, our solar observatory, Aditya 11 mission. For that also we have established a community service center at Adivata Research Institute of Observational Sciences at Nainital. Okay, they are also conducting a series of workshops and trainings for the students, especially undergraduate students. So now, actually, in March 24th to 26th, they are conducting one support cell workshop auditorium. Unfortunately, they have closed the last date, but we are not stopping this one. This is the 9th one. So now 8 is over, 9 is happening. Now many more in the pipeline. Only thing, you may please see that website link. Okay, that is there. This is the website. Okay, so you may please watch on there. I think in every 6 months they are conducting these kinds of workshops. So you may please register. This is one of the best opportunities you may get. Okay. So these kinds of support cells will be there in connection with our future missions as well. So all the standard students and others. You may please note that these kinds of facilities there outside ISRO. They are giving training program. Of course. Then, of course, most of these participants here may be aware of our space science technology awareness training program. Okay. So, for those who are not aware of this, I will just point out few things. We have already conducted 3 such editions in 2023, 24, 25. Who are all eligible to attend it? I think everybody is eligible. We are not stopping anyone. Okay. Only thing, registration-wise, 2 categories are there as we are considering as registered participants. One is, of course, they should be studying in one of the institutes in the UG or PG classes, or above course. No. So that concerned coordinator of that first institute has to select you as a registered participant once you apply in that portal. Okay, then you are a registered participant. You can attend it. Online program. This is purely an online program, about 3 weeks. The other category, for example, your institute is not registered for hosting this program, but you are so interested to be part of this program, you can individually register it. Okay, that is another option. So you can take part. Then what is the difference? You may ask. So those who are registering through this normal centers or the host institutes, we are conducting online tests at the end of the program. Those who have 50%, 70% attendance or more, they are eligible to appear for that test. Once they qualify by having 50% or more marks, you are eligible for merit certificate. If you have attained 70% or more attendance, you are eligible for attendance certificate. Okay. Then the other category, individual participants. This is more activity oriented for them. We are assessing their involvement based on some activities. Okay. So one is quiz program. At the end of each lecture, we are conducting some quiz program. So how you are performing it. Okay. Then how you are active in the social forum and other activities. Based on your active hours, for example, if it is some 23 hours is the total duration of this program, you are devoting more than 50% of that duration, you are eligible for participation certificate. This is how it is worked out. But there are some space enthusiasts, maybe 50 years, your parents, they also want to attend it. Nobody can stop it. They can also register individually participation. Okay. High school students, what I understood is those who are attained 13 years or more can also online, they can register it. Okay. So you can be part of this program. And so all these things are available. If you have missed out the previous editions, it is already available in the YouTube. You can search and find out. Okay. So in that way, these training programs are going on. And another important thing, especially for those who are studying in the 9th standard. Anybody is there studying in 9th standard here? Okay. No problem. In your school or in any of your relatives who are there in the 9th standard, please convey this message. There is a program by our ISRO called UVICA. It is nothing but Yuva Vijnani Karika. That is Young Scientist Program. It is a 2-week residential program we are conducting on various ISRO centers, means 7 ISRO centers, okay, across our country. So the selection process, of course, there is some criteria is there. You can online register. The last date is coming Sunday. So you have to immediately disseminate this information to the concerned, those who are studying in the 9th standard presently. So the criteria is like this. Their 8 standard marks will be taken and will be given some 50% weightage for that. Then 10% weightage will be given based on an online quiz or test conducted by IIRS. Based on that, some 10% weightage will be given. So now close to 60%. The remaining 30%, what I am thinking right, 10% is given belonging to whether you belong to some rural area or panchayat area. Those candidates will be given some 10% weightage. Then based on your extracurricular activities, especially if you have attended some science exhibition or contributed something state level or district level or school level, based on that, some weightage will be given. Like that, these criteria goes. So, these activities now involve many things. Not only classroom lectures, some sky gazing is there, robotic challenges is there, then hands-on activities. Be it yourself quiz assembly, then interaction with eminent scientists. That is self is great, no? I was telling you about internship and other things. You should be able to connect with some mentors, isn't it? That would be really helpful. Or through that, you will get a channel open. So many kinds of windows are getting open to you. So then finally the technical facility visit. I think all of you are interested to visit some of the technical facilities. But here the only thing is that maybe thousands of applicants will be there. So totally I think around 355 or so, only we could be able to select. Okay, I have only, then I have to finish it. Oh. You may please note that the last date is coming Sunday. Now coming to education program. I was telling you, under ISRO system, there are 2 institutes who are involved in education programs. One is Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, located at Thiruvananthapuram. That is directly coming under the Department of Space. It's a deemed university. So they are conducting courses like BTech Electronics, Communication and Engineering. That is in short avionics, as you are very much familiar. Then BTech in Aerospace Engineering. In addition to that, dual degree course also. That is a BTech Engineering, a BTech in Engineering Physics plus Master of Science or Master of Technology. That option is there. So that option, actually, these are 4 options are there for MSc students. 2 options. One is astronomy and astrophysics. That stream, if you want, you can choose it. Or solid state physics. In the case of MTech, is this Earth System Science or optical engineering. So this opportunity is there. Of course, it is from the JEE main list only. All this admission is happening. Then this institute, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, also conducting various programs at various levels. Now postgraduate diploma in remote sensing and geographic information system, MTech remote sensing and GIS. Of course, that is in collaboration with Andhra University. Then MSc and PG diploma in geoinformatics. That is in collaboration with Faculty of Geoinformation Science and Earth Observation, ITC, of the University of Twente in Netherlands. Well, of course, this is of something international in nature. And of course, various certificate programs today, Harishji was telling, DLP programs and including STAR program, all these things. Of course, STAR is an awareness program. So this is a kind of education-wise and training-wise, this is the status. Then what are all the other opportunities? Say at one stage you want to experiment your some findings, some hardware in the space. You should not be able to put it in the satellite in the first stage itself. Before that, you have to prove at various levels. Yeah, in the atmospheric pressure, this is the kind of performance. In the microgravity, this is the performance. So even a lot of cost is involved. You can't also bear it. Once you put it in satellite, if it is not working, again, it's a loss. No? So before that, you have to test it on various levels. So this is one of such platforms. What I was telling about the TAFE, the Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. They are making launches of these rockets in every third Wednesday. That means third Wednesday of every month, this launch is happening. So you people can visit that facility. Their space museum is also there. So one full day you will have to spend there. Okay. So there is online some processes there. You can apply for that. Okay. So maybe a school can arrange, some coordinators can arrange a visit to that site. So this is the message what I would like to give. Then we are not stopping at that level. As you know, we have one launch vehicle called PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay, so it's last stage, PSLV, fourth stage. Now, once we insert that main satellite into the intended orbit, we are making use that as a platform to conduct experiments. It can be science experiment, it can be hardware testing, whatever it is. So this is one such platform available for conducting experiments. Even biology-related experiments can also be conducted. But the only thing, the duration is very much limited, 1 to 6 months, and it is 3-axis stabilized. So recently, our fourth edition has completed 1,000 orbits in the in this platform. It has completed 1,000 orbits. So these are all the main kind of experiments conducted in this platform. One, microgravity experiments, robotic arms related, then render and docking experiments, small satellite technology development, like that. It continues. So then what is other opportunities? Student satellites, small satellites. There is a provision for your institute can propose. There is a mentor, we are calling it as InSpace, Indian Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Now you have to approach them. Once they approve and give the instruction to ISRO, we will take it up further. So what are all the technical opportunities for academia through InSpace, what I was telling you? So all these things, ISRO's test facility, if you want to utilize, you have to approach. They are the mentors for that. Or technical usage, or even academic needs, minor courses in space technology related. If you want to start a new course or something independently, or you want to take some help of our expertise or our facilities, all these things, space related, if you want to approach or get some kind of support, you have to approach InSpace. This is the single window for that. Now coming to the institutes involved in space science research, I will just touch upon. Only I will be highlighting the research areas. So, physical research laboratory, which is located at Ahmedabad, actually it started in 1947. So long history is there, I am not going to that. It is known as the cradle of space sciences in India. Okay, so the main research areas, I think almost all areas related to space is addressed here. Okay, that much only I can. So I am not going in detail. So they are also offering many opportunities by providing fellowship. That is from junior research fellowship, then senior research fellowship, postdoctoral fellowship, various schemes are there. So their selection mechanism I may touch upon maybe in my last few slides. Like that. Okay, here also I would like to point out they are having one Udaipur Solar Observatory as well as one more observatory, that is infrared observatory at Mount Abu. So ground-based observation is also supplementing. Then coming to Space Physics Laboratory, VSSA, a few scientists from Space Physics Laboratory are sitting here. So whenever you are getting time, you may please interact with them. So they are all involved in atmospheric dynamics, aerosol, trace gases, radiative forcing, ionosphere, thermosphere, and magnetosphere, microwave boundary layer physics, numerical atmospheric modeling, planetary science. Okay, so they have various instruments. That is, I am not going into detail. So they are also providing all these kinds of fellowships to students. Okay, some criteria is there for that. So maybe one more talk or two talks. I think that panel discussion is there. That may be one of the opportunity you are getting to interact with all scientists here. Where they are having some domain experts in these areas. Okay. Then the other laboratory is a National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, which is located at Tirupati. So they are more involved in ionospheric space research, atmospheric structure, there is Earth, I'm telling, cloud and convective systems, aerosol radiation and trace gases, weather and climate research. These are their domains. They are also offering all these kinds of fellowships. Okay. Then, of course, our IIRS Satellite Center, that is a center which is integrating all satellites, all hardware and other things. Okay, which is located in Bangalore. So they are also offering internship schemes. There is one group called the Space Astronomy Group. So research opportunities in astronomy, planetary science is existing there. Then the other one is the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, what I was saying earlier, education program. In addition to that, they are having PhD program as well in aerospace, avionics, earth and space, science, physics, mathematics, chemistry, and even humanities. Okay. So finally, I think the Space Application Center at Ahmedabad, they are also offering many internship programs on various areas, including remote sensing, GIS, atmospheric science, ecosystems, meteorology, oceanography, computer, electronics, communication. It's going. So I am not going to read out anything. And the research, planetary science also. Okay, IIRS, I think you are more familiar here. They are also offering PhDs. Then we are now coming up from ISRO system. What are the other institutes in ISRO? In India. One is the National Geophysical Research Institute, which is located at Hyderabad. There, of course, their research area is in geodynamics, earthquake facades, natural resources. So they are also having, you are getting opportunities. They are offering various fellowship schemes at different levels. Then the other one is Indian Institute of Astrophysics, that is in Bangalore. The research areas is sun and solar systems, stars, galaxies, theory and instrumentation. Engineers, scientists, all them together can work in these institutes. Okay. So they're having a series of ground-based observatories. So ground-based data, then space-based data, all together. So a lot of data is there. Only thing they want some students community to support their program and activities. Then Raman Research Institute, again, it is more on astronomy area, astronomy and astrophysics, like matter physics, soft conducts matter, theoretical physics, many PhD and postdoctoral programs they are having. Then Adivata Research Institute of Observational Sciences, what I was earlier indicating about Aditya L1 support cell, which is located here. So they are also offering many programs. They are having telescope facility. So I'm not going in details. Only in their area of domain, astronomy and astrophysics, atmospheric sciences and engineering research. Then Indian Institute of Geomagnetism. This is located in Navi Mumbai. So their domain is geomagnetism, then space and atmospheric sciences, planetary ionosphere and magnetosphere. Okay. So various fellowship schemes are there. Then, of course, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. So, in addition to basic research, they are also offering radio and X-ray astronomy. So, they are having various centers, which is located across the country. Then, National Institute of Science Education and Research. This is the institute which is coming under Department of Atomic Energy, which is located at Bhubaneswar. So, new department is there. I think about 4 years back, 4 or 5 years back, this has been formed. So they are involved in planetary sciences, earth sciences, and atmospheric ocean studies. So they are also conducting PG courses in earth sciences, atmospheric ocean sciences, and planetary sciences. PhD programs and postdoctoral fellowship programs are there. Then IUCA, Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, located at Pune. So research areas are astronomy and astrophysics, various programs, even summer. You may please visit this website. They are conducting various summer internship, winter internships, various programs are there. Once you visit their website, you will be able to know what are all the activities taken up. Okay, so this how you can enter into these systems. They are conducting various levels of tests. For example, if you want to pursue some PhD programs, IUCAA is conducting their own test that is called IUCAA National Admission Test. Then, of course, on all India level, a consortium of institutes, they are conducting one test called Joint Entrance Screening Test. Then this is a national level test, CSIR, UGC, NET. So if you are qualified in any of these tests, you can apply for fellowship program. I think whatever I have shown here, 2 and 3 is almost applicable to almost all the research institutes. Some of the institutes, they themselves will be conducting their own tests in the way what you guys doing, what indicated in one. So in the same way, PRL is also offering many programs. So you have to qualify these tests. For example, MTech students or BTech students, they will have to qualify GATE, then just UGC NET, all these things are there. Okay. So only thing you have to see when they are notifying for these PhD programs. Then another interesting thing, ISRO is also collaborating with some of the institutes located in and around Bangalore. That is, one is the Raman Research Institute and Indian Institute of Astrophysics. ISRO with IIC. IIC is the Institute of Science, is the nodal center for running this program. Okay. So they are conducting this program. Okay, it's a PhD program. So in which a 1 year coursework is there in the first year. That you can perform in any of these centers. It is up to you. Only thing you have to find out a grade then. So they will grade you. If you are interested to work again under that grade, you can continue as your grade for the PhD program. So degree will be provided by IIC. Okay, this is one of the opportunity. Here one of my colleagues has come through this channel and joined ISRO. Our association with academic institutes. See, ISRO has various schemes and threads through which academia can be associated with us. So if I am going all these things in detail, time won't permit me. So I will just glance through it. One is, of course, sponsored research. In short, it is called a RESPOND program. It is open to all academic institutes. Some restriction is there. Those who are falling, selected as under STC or, RAC, they are not eligible. That part I will come to know. But most of the universities and colleges, academicians, they are eligible for submitting proposal under this scheme. Okay. Then coming to regional academics and the space, there is one region wise, mostly one lead institute will be there, mostly it will be an NIT. Then the Space Technology Incubation Center, here only students can play a major role. Okay, today somebody was telling, ISRO is there at one side, academia is there, industry is there. So these kinds of collaboration is possible through this field. Okay, that is if you have some innovative idea, okay, and you have some kind of research aptitude, for example, any hardware development, then how you can convert it into a space-grade component or material, which have some kind of space application. Okay, so finally, that space application, if you are succeeded, you are more optimistic that you can take it as a startup. Finally, so this is the aim. Okay, so this program is mainly meant for that. Here also it is located in various NITs, that part I will come. Then of course we have some innovation centers, space technology cells, then ISRO chairs, like that, some center of excellence. In addition to that, as I was telling earlier, we have some support cells. Then we have, okay, one more thing I want to tell you is that some announcement of opportunities. Whenever we are accomplishing some mission, for example, Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3, or Mars Orbiter mission, then of course that science data start flowing. Then how this academia will be interested to utilize it, how they will come to know that this data is available. You may need some kind of support from ISRO, isn't it? Somebody should be there to run the model, or some students is needed. So we are supporting to that by making an announcement of opportunity. You have to submit a proposal, what kind of data you want to utilize, what kind of support you are expecting. all these things with a budget you have to submit. So this is happens only after once that mission is successful and when the data is open to public, at that time we will go for this announcement of opportunity. Okay. So in future missions, for example, whatever in the pipeline, Chandrayaan 4, Chandrayaan 5, Mars Venus orbit mission, immediately after that, please be on tune with our website for these opportunities. Okay, then response program I already touched upon. Only thing, there is a response basket is there where you have to submit the proposal. Every year this kind of opportunity comes in a particular window. If I am remembering right, around January, February timeframe. So only thing here, non-STC, non-RAC, means space technology cells and regional academic centers, where they can't submit the proposals since they are getting the support through that cell. That's it. Okay, so all these details are available in the IIRS. So the especially faculties, you can tune to this website and see it. This is the kind of what I was telling, the space technology incubation centers, then regional academic centers, which is spread across the country. This is the space technology cells, which are about the 9 space technology cells are there, which is located in IIT and IISc, and one is in Pune University. Okay. Now, what are all the symposium and conferences where, suppose you have something to present, you have some kind of research in with you, you have analyzed some data, you have some kind of research, you want to share it with the scientific community before going to publish it. So these are all the forums where you can come, you can submit your abstract. Then when during that symposium happens, you can present it there. Either a presentation or maybe a poster presentation. Usually it is meant for postgraduate students and the PhD students. But we are conducting one dedicated session for students as well. As today, when discussions happen, there is a dedicated parallel session for students. Those who have attended START program, web toppers, we are calling them to submit some abstract for that session. Okay. And also those who could not part of that START program, but still you want to, or you are not coming in that top list, but still you want to attend in this program, we are conducting a pan-Indian online test. If you qualify in it, maybe from one state, we are selecting 100. So the total strength, if we are selecting 20 students from START, so we know about 28 states and 8 union territories. So in that way itself, 36 students already there, some local students. So altogether some 60 students only we will be able to take into this one. So we will be supporting those students by giving travel support and their local accommodation, etc. So in that way, so please tune to this occasion, those who have already appeared for the START program. Then, of course, there is the other international level also. There is a COSPAR capacity building program is there. Okay, in which they are conducting workshops and fellowship program. So they are conducting one workshop in Bangalore, if I am remembering right, in November timeframe this year. You may please visit this website, COSPAR, you just type it, COSPAR Capacity Building Program, you will get all those details. Only thing you have to online register it. Once you attend there, you are getting a chance to interact with many international scientists in that domain. Once you have a kind of interest to work with them, there is another program called the fellowship program. Okay, so that you can go to their own institute. For example, in a France, so one of the scientists came for this workshop. So you are presenting something there, and he is also very much impressed. Then, okay, you can work with him, provided he is providing, he is ready to provide a fellowship under this umbrella. Okay, please visit this website. So all these things are there. Then COSPAR also conducting scientific assemblies and symposia. Next assembly will be held in August 2026. So what are all domains what I was mentioning in space science will be addressed in this symposium. So maybe around I think next August or sometime they will call for abstracts. Okay. Then another important thing is Oscar Symposium that is happening in Cyprus. That is in November 2025. This abstract submission is open now. You may please visit the website and see whether anybody can submit abstracts in related areas. Then of course, what I was telling you, a lot of data have been generated by various space science missions, and where it is archived, isn't it? So yeah, we have an archive places there that is called Indian Space Science Data Center, ISSDC, which is located at Bangalore. So this is one of the places where you can have a visit. Not only there, one more place is there. Indian Deep Space Network. In our all deep space missions, we need to have a big antenna, isn't it? So there it is a 32-meter antenna is there, as well as 18-meter antenna is there. So once you visit, now only thing online you have to apply. There is a provision for that. Maybe HCA students and others. Somebody was today pointing out where they can visit some. These are all some of the destinations. Then of course, you can also visit a science mission at TAILS, VSSU. There also provision is there for online. You can register there. Then in our Sadish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota, when our launch is happening, if you want to witness it, there is provision in advance. You have to visit that website and book it. Then National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, Tirupati, they are also engaging students community. Okay. So once you visit all these facilities, you will be able to know what kind of activities they are taking up and what are all kinds of opportunity for you to do internship or research, all these things. Okay, I think I am coming to the end of my presentation. So now I think I have covered most of the career opportunities in ISRO as well as outside. Thank you for your patient hearing.